Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner with me, Mark from Dadex, and we're back in the Fleetstar right now. We're just heading up from the warehouse with the concrete blocks and the metal bars. And don't forget, you can get metal bars from the warehouse. You don't have to go to town to get them. We need these just to clear those fallen power lines, which is going to clear another section of the major kind of tarmac clearest route as a prelude to trying to get that huge load around. But I'm just thinking, you've seen how long it took me to get back the other way. The only modification to the truck since then is it is on the raised suspension, but I'm going to try to cut straight over that hill, straight down towards the garage, using this little turn off here. Now I do know that if you come up from the other side, from the garage side, it's incredibly steep because you drive straight up the side of this hill that we're on, but we're on the hill, so we can't really go much higher. There's not much more climbing to be done. The mist through here is incredible. We get mists like that around here in the mornings, you know, really frosty morning and lots of frost. I very much like it. I can't see the ground, but the truck is coping quite nicely. And I think once we've got over here, it's literally all downhill, so let's hope we don't get caught out. So anyway, this episode we're going to catch up with some bits and pieces. We may not make any major progress mission wise, but we've got some bits of tidying up to do on the map. So that's where we are. We're up on top of this hill. So there's a scouting mission to be done up the track to the right of us there. There's 2 or 3 missions that we can do, and there's the timed missions we didn't even look at yet. So and indeed an area map or 2 that we haven't even exposed. So we've got some looking around to do, but as you can see, this is going pretty well. I'm not sure I'd want to get a load up here in this truck, but thankfully I don't think we ever have to. And there's the garage right in front of us, so we're pretty much through. No stress and no drama. In fact, I'm just taking it a little bit easy before I commit to this hill. In fact, that's me with full brakes on, sliding from the way. Handbrakes on now, and I'm still just rolling forward. I'm not even sliding, it's just pushing me off the handbrake. Finally, we're at a standstill. So do we want to get through that mud bath? Or I'm thinking, you know, this is an off-road driving simulator. I'm not afraid to use the crane if it goes a bit wrong, but what if there is a really easy route just to dip down off this hill and back into the garage? Wouldn't we be crazy not to take it? So let's have a look. It's a little bit dull today. This is actually lunchtime in the game time. It's just one of those days. It looks like an early morning mist, but it's a lunchtime mist. This seems amazingly clear. Look at this. I like it, I like it. Oh, well there's a time saver. So I've got these, the slabs and the bars here. I'm going to take these round to where they need to go. I might meet you around there, but it's an easy ride, so do you really need to watch me do it? Actually, let's catch up with the loaf. And for the eagle-eyed and attentive, you'll know from the mission that's active, which I've actually completed in the last episode. This was recorded on the sly in between, but I'm going out in the loaf, which is absolutely standard, apart from it does have the all-terrain tyres on it since we hit level 4. Just heading out to get the scout truck out of this flooded field right next to the farm. And it's slow going, but we are definitely going, and I'm definitely going to remember to get in that box and activate the mission before I drag the truck away. So there we are, that's done. I'll track it, we don't need to, you've only got to get it just over there. So definitely going to get reversed around and pull it straight out, hopefully. This is coping very well in here. I still haven't put the raised suspension on. It is unlocked. And we, I think it's time we need to revisit the Russia map, because I think there is a truck not far from where we've been, in fact not far from the garage, that is there for the taking. And thanks to the loaf's exploration, we know the routes aren't too bad. So we'll see. But oh, this is working very nicely. Now it's always handy to have the winch point in front of you as a backup, as we'd had there with, I guess it was the fence itself. I'm just going to get back into winch range a little bit more. I can't really tell what I'm winching onto. It's a fallen tree down there, isn't it? I think it was acting as that winch point. There isn't actually a post on that end of the fence. Fences can be horribly destructive. As I've mentioned, I do have another playthrough. The fence posts, they have real physics. They can really get stuck under your truck, so don't run over a fence too lightly. Especially if you're at a low speed, yeah. So, yeah, we literally just got to get over here. That was easy. I think I saw somebody attempt that from the other side of the field, and it was much harder work. But there you go, straight in, straight out. Well done, Loaf. Yeah, we do have the mission here. That's that timed mission, I think, to get a load to the island in the middle of the map. We'll have a look at that. And we haven't got a huge amount to do left in this corner of the map, and the missions are pushing us onwards to the next map. There we go, done. A little bit stuck, sunk in the mud. It is horrible in the middle of this pickup point. You might want to be careful if you're going to use a crane for a pickup here, that you can get back out. But of course the Loaf, even with a little bit of winching, will get himself out. I've left him just living down here in case anything he's doing on this side of the field. There is one more watchtower to unlock, so the Loaf's going to do that. I'm going to kind of skip through that mission because I don't think it's going to be too tricky for him at all. We're just heading up to that watchtower on the hill just south of the garage just to unlock that. It's the last one left on this map. Come on. Yeah, this vehicle is never going to be quick, I don't think, no matter what engine you put in this, but it just trundles and trundles. The watchtower is open. As you can see, we're just on the hill above the garage. Lovely view. And we're going to get on because there's a mission to do just further up this track on top of the hill in front of us. So, oh, I've just realised I went down to where you pick up the mission and I didn't actually pick it up. It's the place beyond the spruces, so it wants us to go on top of that hill, even though I'm not going to be able to activate the marker. That's okay, I'm going to get up the hill. We'll send another vehicle round to activate the mission when we're there. That might save a little bit of time. Right, let's get up there. Come on, Loaf. Oh, there you go. Just blast all that filth out your exhaust. I don't think it would pass the emissions test, but I think it gets an exemption just for being so amazingly good at getting where it needs to go. Albeit quite slowly. I've just ground to a halt there. I'm not quite sure why. Is there a rock? Maybe. I'm really not sure. I just kind of stopped there. That was a little bit odd. Felt a little bit odd. But here we go. Yeah, I think with the raised suspension, this would be, and the roof rack especially, this would be quite tippy. But with the standard sized wheels with the all-terrain tyres and the regular suspension, it plods and it moans and it groans, but it gets there. There is another Russian Scout, off the top of my head I can't remember what it's called. It's basically a Lada Riva in real life. I used to have one, so we will be having a look at that, and that's a very similar thing, very stable, very ploddy, very reliable. A little bit stuck again. Be nice to the trees. Remember guys, just don't keep pulling. If the tree starts bending, just release it, and then you can bend it again and release it and bend it again. Don't just keep pulling until you snap it off. If your vehicle and your load's too heavy, then they will die, but there are ways to avoid it, and that is the main one. Right, I've got to get straight up this hill. Pretty dry up here. I think the game suggests a route up the other side of the hill, but I'm not at all convinced it's any easier than this way. We'll see when we're at the top. Plod, plod, plod. And again, as you can see, the mission, you're not in a time warp. I did these couple of missions, some of the sort of housekeeping stuff I play it, I record it onto the Xbox recorder, which is a little bit unreliable, but I've kind of got the measure of it. It's unreliable in terms of how long the clip you get is compared to what you ask for. And then when I get a bit of quiet time, I play the replay back on the Xbox through the Elgato and add the narration as I'm doing exactly now. Wow, we are up here. Lovely pose from the loaf. Job done. Yeah, I need to get this mission activated. So the Chevy is going to zoom over, and I do mean zoom. Look at that little slide there. I love this truck now. It's got the off-road tyres on it, and the back end is just nice and slidey, and you can kind of, yeah, you get the measure of it. I quite like it. Little dirt rally stroke Forza flashbacks amongst me, but this is going to get around the map nice and quickly now, and it still seems nice and stable. It hasn't got that bounciness that the Scout has. Oh, even if I am a little bit of a clumsy driver. So the Chevy is going to run down here. Oh my word, activate the mission, and then we can just switch straight back to the loaf and hopefully complete it. That is the plan. And we do have the fuel trailer still parked in here, which is handy down here, I suppose. It's the only fueling point in effect on this side of the map, so I'm just going to leave it here. I've moved the repair trailer and 2 loads of consumables up to the petrol station in town. The repair trailer there, obviously, so I've got a repair point up in town. Well, here we go. There you go, automatically triggered and accepted. Well done, loaf. More XP, more money. Okay, we're in the GMC. We've transferred the load from the Fleetstar to the GMC. He's going to take the blocks and the metal beams around to fix those downed power lines. To save myself a little bit of time, I've put the Fleetstar around here by towing it. So we're going to release the winch there, leave the Fleetstar there. I'm going to head round, which I assume will be a trouble-free journey, to repair those power lines. I shall see you when I get there, and then we'll be back with the Fleetstar. So I hope you don't mind me skipping around a little bit in this episode, but it's just all these little odd jobs to get done, and I don't think you need to see all of it, do you? But the GMC is more than capable over here. So he does have a role. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but I think I've come up with a beautiful solution where we get to keep the GMC and get potentially a much more powerful truck without having to spend any money. Okay, we're just arriving at the downed power lines to clear them. Thank you very much. Another 200 XP. What? Oh, I haven't picked it up. There you go. Unload, unload. Sorted. 200 XP. Then we're going to switch over to the Fleetstar, which we left at the farm. Remember, we towed it round, and we're going to pick up the food delivery mission, which is a timed mission. So let's see. We need to maximise the XP if we can. I think there's up to about 340, 320 up for grabs on this mission if we can complete it really quickly. But let's see. And I also don't know if you can only do these once. I guess you can. It would be good if you could, like, compete for lap time. So we can do this in 6 minutes. Dyson's Diesel's regular food shipment has been delayed for days. If we don't get some grub over those oilmen, they'll be rumbling bellies louder than the drilling. It doesn't say what we've got to actually take, Claire. Do we just get the load when we accept it? We can only take 200 damage during the mission. We can't go to the garage, we can't change truck, and we can't recover. We fail the mission. So, go. Food delivery activated. We need to get the food. 2 consumables. Go. This is where I wish we had nitrous boost. I've not really used this route, so it's a little bit of an adventure here. There are 2 more of these timed missions on the map. There's one where you've got to stay in first person view and get around, I think, 3 meteorological data sites. And there's one where you've got to run around delivering timber around town. Oh, come on, let's keep going, keep going. We certainly don't want any kind of substantial delay, and again, because I've just had a little lunch break from playing, I've got to remember how the steering works. Come on. 54 seconds. Come on, get us over this hump. Straight back into auto because we want some speed. So we need to get, we know the route. I shouldn't need to stop and check the map. Round past the petrol station. No shortcuts, no adventures. We're doing okay, I think. Minute 40. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys ever play sort of racing games, but I did spend hours. Forza 4 and Forza 5 I played a lot. One on 360, one on the Xbox One. And just shaving little bits of time off my lap times for those leaderboards. Forza 5 I played a lot online in the leagues and stuff. I did okay for my level. I can only play, I've only got a controller. And my problem with, I've got to do a left here. My problem with the controller is, and games like that, is that I can't really do the manual gears, simply because for whatever reason, if I do too much of that kind of movement with my fingers on those shoulder buttons, my fingers start cramping quite soon. It's the same if I play World of Tanks for too long. So these games that don't have too hectic a need for controls are quite nice for me. Oh no, oh, come on. But I'd quite happily try different trucks and see how quickly I could complete this mission, but I'm guessing it doesn't want to keep giving you XP. We'll see when we finish it if it can be redone. I guess it would also, in a sense, add the only comparable competitive element to the game. There isn't really one, is there? Because, as I've talked about before, you play this game to your own standard. So, to say that one person did it better than the other is a very difficult subjective thing to say. Oh my word, that's a little bit of a horrible scare there. Yeah, you can say somebody did it faster, or something else that's demonstrable, like I don't know. What would be a different metric than simply faster? Style? Well, we're spinning a bit through here, but we're keeping the momentum. We're doing okay on the timer. We've got a minute and a half. I don't know. We're going to be cutting this fine, I think. Or more, well, more than a minute and a half. So I don't know. If we can keep going, absolutely not fall off the bridge. We've only got to get over there. Come on, I want max XP. Come on, that grass looks drier than that track. It was 6 minutes, wasn't it? The highest target time? Or under 6 minutes? Come on. Oh, don't get bogged down now. Don't get bogged down now, please. We are so close. Come on. Get in that box. Get a bit of you in that box. Cargo management. Food delivery. Maximum reward. 5 minutes, 18 seconds in our Fleetstar. Well done. A big step towards level 6 and the nice tyres. I did put on these nice exhausts. They're a little bit more blingy than the standard ones. Hope you like them. Where does that leave us? we need 130 XP. No, we don't. 430 XP to level up. We'll find that quite soon. Okay, I thought we'd carry on with the grind for XP. We've headed down to the timber yard to pick up the timber delivery mission, Pinewood Express. So we've got, in under 8 minutes, we've got to drop wood off at 3 locations. One of which is the drilling site. Oh, why did it just get dark? Have I got to do it at dark in the night? Okay. I didn't check the conditions properly there. So, 2 loads of wood to go to the drilling. Oh, we got to go to the old house first. No, we have got a choice. I want to go to the drilling site first, ideally. We need to drop 2 over here, then come back, pick up 2 more. Put the lights on would probably help a little, hey? Right, I think this is going to be the hardest bit. We need to not lose too much time getting up this hill if at all possible. Come on. I haven't got diff locks on. Why haven't I got diff locks on? Right, that's better. As soon as we get over the crest, we'll go into auto so we can pick up speed. And then I think as we come out of the water, we kind of cut to the right. Stay out of that mud. That's worked before. So we want to get up here rather than get on the road. Just for that bit. Road. Come on, turbo boost. If we can, I'm going to try to avoid that really soft bit. Pull into the yard by cutting right around the front. Oh, we just wedged our way through some tree stumps there, I think. We stay right around the front of this hut. I think we'll get around here quicker. Yeah. A little bit less muddy that way. So we drop these 2 off. And now we get straight back to the timber yard. I wish we had a reversing light. What kind of vehicle doesn't have a reversing light? Straight back to the timber yard. Pick up 2 loads of timber and we drop 1 at the church and 1 at the old house. In that order. I did have a quick look at the map before I took the mission. I'm sorry, I probably should have showed you just so you knew what I was thinking, but it's pretty clear cut the way you need to do this mission. Oh, not if I do that, it's not. Go! I guess you could do it the other way around. It wouldn't really be there much in it, I'm not sure. I guess if you take them up into town first, you cut out this bit of getting through the rough stuff back to the timber yard, because I assume the mission ends when you drop the last lot off. Right. Almost missed the crossing point there in the darkness as well. Not an ideal run so far. Go, go, go. Right. What was it, 6 minutes again? Was it 8? I can't remember. That's alright, it takes the pressure off. I can't remember what the goal is. But it's taken us 4 minutes just to get back to here. Get around, grab that wood. Should I have taken this more seriously and taken the crane off to save weight and all that malarkey? I doubt it. Alright, grab 2 wood. Get out of here. We need to head up the road into town. Come on. We can only give it our best shot. Definitely making you do it in the dark is an additional challenge. I like it. Let's get in cab. I really do enjoy this game graphically. I wish you could get out and wander around. It would be good from a game point of view and places to scout. Especially when you're going to cut through trees and stuff. But it would just be nice just to be able to like explore a little bit. I'd be happy if I was literally just the camera point of view. I understand that for multiplayer that would probably need to model people and blah blah blah. And have all its own technical complications. But even if it was limited to single player only, I'd love to be able to have a little potter around this map. I'm sure I'm not the only person. Right. The church is just round here somewhere. There you go, just up here on the left. So we need to drop one here. Oh no, that was the camera thing really getting me. Let me just check very briefly. We're going straight up that road. Okay. Oh, that's really not very nice. No, I've hit that. The camera angle, the way it does that off the buildings is not good. It basically blinds you just when you don't want to be blinded. Is this the right street? Yes. We lost a little bit of time there checking, but going the wrong way would have been a disaster. We're actually going to exactly where we got the V8 engine for the Chevy pickup. Only that time we drove down off the top of the hill, and this time we're driving up the hill. Basically it's the end of this path and turn right. Here. No accidents now, please. Oh, the darkness is nasty. Face planted into a tree there. It's kind of weird the way it cuts your lights off completely when you get up close to a tree like that. It happened to me in the woods, didn't it? In that other episode. It absorbs all the light. Come on, come on. You're doing us proud, Fleetstar. If it's 8 minutes, I think we might have made it. If it was 6, we kind of didn't. Is that a gold? It looks like it. Yes, it was 8 minutes. We 2 gold medals. And we're just 70 XP from level 6 and good tyres. What a result. I grabbed the GMC and I reconfigured it. As you can see, it's got the low saddle. I left the crane on. I'll explain why in a moment. I forgot this trailer was here. If you look on the map, it does say here, slightly greyed out, ramped flatbed trailer and indeed scout flatbed. But that's the trailer right here. I've never got close enough to officially discover it though. And when I do, I get 30 XP. And I did this with another trailer. Just to explain what I'm up to. There is a trailer up in town. It is a flatbed semi-trailer. It is parked in a yard just outside of town. It's got 3 service parts, a vehicle service part and a load of bricks on it. And I could do with using those, but you can't. Because they're secured to the trailer, you need to hitch something to it to be able to get them off with the crane, even if you just to load them onto the truck, if you see what I mean. So that's why the GMC is heading up there. The Fleetstar is at the petrol station where it is refueled after his races. He's going to be able to repair off the repair trailer that we've left up there, and there are 2 packages of consumables which are destined for the other map, so he's going to load those up there. But yeah, I'm now only actually 10 XP short of level 6 and the better tyres. And if I went and found that Scout flatbed, which is right up here, I'd get the 30 XP and do that. But I'm going to meet you up in town and we'll get the last obstruction on the route to the next map cleared. There's 4 cement slabs on there if you need to grab them. It might save you a trip to the warehouse. I'd forgotten that one was there completely. The gang's all here, so the GMC needs to get hitched onto that trailer. Really just so that, as I said, we can unpack it. I am going to move the trailer just for convenience now that we've had to do this, but otherwise I probably would have just come around here with a crane. Am I going to be able to attach that? Trailer is too far away. Oh, they are fussy, right. I know that with the low saddle we're okay with the crane, because I did check that back at the garage at the trailer shop. There we are, we're attached. So now I can unpack the cargo. And then... So on this are 3 service parts, 1 vehicle service part and 1 bricks. A bit of an odd selection. Oh, that'll do. Put your handbrake on. When we, let's see. This is obviously a recurrent thing. If you unpack a cargo and then switch vehicle, there is a complete collapse in the physics of... Look, well there's not. Look, now there's physics on the stuff that's under my truck and the camera's being murdered and I've got no traction. Oh, wow. Right, what are we going to do here? I'm going to detach the trailer and I'm going to use... Oh, no, GMC's got 3. Oh, this is, yeah, there's some craziness going here with the switching of vehicles. I think I can do what needs to be done now. Oh my word, crazy times. Right, all I really wanted to do... How am I going to get this done now? I've got to get that trailer off. Am I going to cause some weird, mad physics explosion here? I don't really care, just get off. Just get you out of the way. I'll sort you out later. Now I've got the 2 consumables on here that I obviously don't really need on here now. I was going to transfer them onto that trailer, but we'll put the handbrake on. We'll unpack our cargo. Hopefully nothing weird will happen. We're going to crane mode. And we'll super quickly just drop these off. Literally drop them off. Store crane. Drive up here. Oh well. A trucker's work is never done. Crane mode, anchor. That's the one we want. Winch it up. Lift it. Turn it. We just need one of these at this stage. There's no point in me putting more than one on. Pack cargo. Restore crane. Go. I'll tidy this mess up off camera. There's no need to share that with you. I do need this trailer of metal bars. Oh, weird traction now with the lorry so tail heavy. might be tempted to move that forward a slot on the cargo bay actually. Just to get the weight in a slightly more manageable position. So swing back this way. I assume he's going to go into that slot now. Store crane, pack cargo, that's better. I think that's going to be much better for our centre of gravity. And then I think the easiest way to get that trailer out where it is going to be to winch it around here gently without pulling it over, and then back onto it and get attached. Lovely. There's the trailer of wood that we brought up from the timber yard, which will be used on a mission to help a fisherman. Is that right? Something to do with some broken boats. We are heading off to level 6. Oh, a bit waggly, yeah. When the load in the trailer is heavier than you and your load, you feel it. So we can activate the mission here, can we? It's weird, it's the only one I've seen that needs 1 service spare parts. I'm assuming that's what we've got on board. Accept it. I can't claim to be a master of icons, but I'm sure that's what it said was on this trailer. They looked very like what we picked up before. We've literally got to get over there. We haven't been over this way for a long time. Was it episode 2? When we unlocked that watchtower and went over beyond into the woods to find the scout. That's a stuck trailer mission, which involves that swamp lair to some degree. And there is a route. Is it pretty much across this swamp? That counts as a road. That whole swamp lair, that little line of islands is marked as a road on the map, would you believe? It can be used as a route if you've got a truck that's up to the job. I'm not sure we do yet. Come on. Come on. We're that far, I hope, from the tyres. If I've got the wrong load on board, I'll just cry. Or maybe you'll never see this bit of footage. I could do some shenanigans. No, I don't do that. Everyone who plays this game is going to make an error, I should assume. Right, let's see. Yay! I got it right. We're level 6. We've got the heavy crane unlocked. We've got the tyres unlocked and beyond the cleared roadblock. We've cleared our way into the next map, which is where the missions are leading us. We have a few bits and bobs to do here. We've got the Riverside Repair, which was the one I was thinking of, which needs 2 spare parts and 2 wooden planks, so we can get that done. I may do that off camera. That's a quick run up and down there. Most importantly, we've unlocked level 6, which means we can get the all-terrain tyres on these trucks, which I think is going to be exactly what we need to venture into the other maps. I'm going to leave you here for now. We will reconvene and spread our wings further around the globe of SnowRunner. So please, guys, leave a like if you've liked it. Any comments, any suggestions, any advice, or pointing out the bits I got wrong, please leave a comment. And subscribe if you want to stay in touch. Click that bell if you want to know when a new episode comes out, because otherwise you won't get a notification. And for now, more importantly, take care of yourselves, have fun, and goodbye.